So what's going on everyone, my name is MrDalekJD, thank you for joining me for this video where today we're going to be talking about Black Ops 3 Zombies, and we're going to be talking about a new image which has cropped up on the internet relating to Black Ops 3 Zombies. Now before we jump into this, I want to just tell you guys straight up, this is a slight spoiler. This really isn't going to affect anything and is nowhere near as bad as any of the other leaked information we've been getting over the past week from the PC beta files. I'm actually going to be describing something which has only popped up very recently. So if you guys do enjoy this, make sure you're logged into a YouTube channel, smash that like button and leave me a comment with your thoughts on this, and let's jump into this. So it seems a few days ago in Las Vegas there was an event called the Gamestop Managers Expo where publishers show off their games to GameStop members of staff and managers to see what they think of the game and whether they're going to stock it or not. And it seems that Activision showed off Black Ops 3, but rather than the multiplayer they actually showed off the zombies, and there's an actual image that someone has taken from the Gamestop Managers Expo where it shows zombies and a group on screen playing it. Now we only see a main menu image, and I won't include this in the actual video because I'll face a lot of trouble if I do so, but I can describe what is in the image. So like I mentioned just now, we only see the main menu and we don't even see a very detailed shot of it. It's quite blurry, we can't really make out a lot of things, but we can notice something straight off the bat. So when you're in the pre-game lobby for zombies, it's in a layout very similar to a multiplayer match, funnily enough. We have a few options on the left, I can't make out what those are, but on the right we have what it looks like 4 players that can be played at one time in a game. And what is very interesting is every player has these weird coloured icons. They have 5 in total, and at first I didn't know what these meant, but now looking a little bit more closely, to me it feels like before you start a game on Shadows of Evil you get to pick your gumball effects. Now it looks like you can pick up to 5 for each player, and I'm assuming that the 5 that you pick is the 5 that you'll be able to get out of the gumball machines when you're actually playing. Like, just thinking about it, there could be like an infinite amount of different effects that these gumball machines could do, and it could be a little bit overpowered if you could get every single effect in the game in one game. So the way I think that this is balancing it out is you'll be able to pick 5 specific gumball effects to your character, and then when you're in game you can get one of those 5 out of the gumball machines. Now that's just my theory, none of this has been confirmed, but they look like gumballs to me anyway, and it'd make a lot of sense because in the trailer we see a ton of different coloured gumballs in the actual machines, so it'd be absolutely ridiculous if you could literally get every single one of those. This helps kind of balance it out a bit, but that's just my theory anyway. We're gonna have to find out if that is actually how they're gonna work. But the most interesting thing that this image has like shown, if you guys have seen it anyway, is that we have a background which obviously relates to where you are in terms of the map, what character you're playing as, and we've seen this in multiplayer where you pick a specialist, you'll see your specialist character stood up or sat down wielding their weapon or ability, and the background kind of gives a little bit of backstory onto where the characters come from. And when it comes to the zombies menu, the character all seems to be the same character kneeling down towards a fire in the middle of a deserted forest. Now it looks pretty gloomy, there's a lot of like the background color of the sky is blue, so kind of a really dark blue. We see a ton of trees in the background, so I don't know where this comes from because Doris is set in a factory and we know that, and there's no forests nearby. Shadows of Evil is set in a fictional city which is based around Chicago, and that is like, you know, there's like lots of bright lights and there's just a lot of areas there where you would not normally see a forest in the middle of a city. So I don't know if this comes from either the Shadows of Evil map or the Giant map. This looks like something completely different. Now on the zombies menu that was shown in the bottom left, you can see the image of a preview image of the map that they're going to be playing. Now unfortunately I can't make out what that is, it's too blurred, it's being covered over so you can't really see what that map is, but this, judging by the background of the menu anyway, this is not a map from Shadows of Evil or the Giant. It just looks like something completely different and I have no ideas. Now if we think our minds back to Black Ops 2 when the message of the day kept changing, teasing a Black Ops 3, we had an image of a tree in a frozen forest and it said, "So it begins." Now, I feel like that message of the day back then was a subtle hint towards whatever the main menu takes place at in the zombies menu here. That obviously there is some sort of correlation there, and I doubt that this is Shadows of Evil or the Giant, so I'm a little bit stumped. Now, like I mentioned earlier, this took place at the Gamestop Managers Expo in Las Vegas, and Activision wanted to show off Black Ops 3 Zombies, so the way they did it is they invited what looks like 2 pro teams, esports players, to show off zombies. They're all wearing branded Black Ops 3 zombie jerseys, which say double tap on the back, and they have like a little logo of the double tap on the arms, which is pretty awesome. Perhaps there was 2 teams, one team being double tap. I don't know what the other team would be, but like it just blows my mind that Treyarch are showing gameplay of zombies publicly in September, which just makes me think that whatever we're looking at is something which isn't very, very important, because I know they want to shroud us in mystery, so when we play the mode come November, you know, we don't really know much at all. They like to keep zombies very, very secret, and it just kind of makes me a bit suspicious why they're showing off zombies so early before the game even comes out. Like, this is 2 months away, and we're already having zombies being publicly shown to hundreds of people. Now, like I mentioned with the esports players, we have what looks like an esports caster as well to cast over the action of the zombie game, which makes me feel like perhaps zombies this year is going to have more than one element. There's going to be the element of people delving far in to get high rounds and discover storyline, but there's also going to be a competitive / MLG side to zombies where it could become a form of esports. I'm not too sure, but having esports players show off the game like that and having esports commentators talk over it just makes it feel like there is some sort of element of competitive zombies in there, which is very, very exciting. The prospect of that, I don't know how that could be executed, but the idea of that is very, very exciting. There is some great zombie players out there, and I don't know how exactly you judge a competitive zombies game, what factors go into that, but if that even becomes a thing, then that could be very, very exciting and keep up the life of zombies. So let me know what you're thinking of all of this, guys. Like I mentioned, this is very, very early stuff. We don't know much about the menu that is being shown in this image. I'm sure we'll find out more information with the weeks leading up to Black Ops 3 Zombies release, which is very, very exciting. But if you guys enjoyed this video, smash that like button, make sure to subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll catch you on another video very, very soon.